Hello, this is Lee from Academy, and today we're going to talk about a very sensitive subject, and it's called markups. Markups on people through staffing companies. But first, we're going to start by talking about industry markups. So just bear with me for a minute while I read through some of my favorites. College textbooks on average are marked up 200%. Designer jeans, about 260% markup on them. Prescription drugs, 450%. That's nothing, right? We can do that. My all-time favorite, well, it's actually a tie. Eyeglass frames, like the ones I'm wearing, they are usually marked up in the neighborhood of 500%. And then really and truly, this is my all-time favorite. The bottled water that we drink on any given occasion, 280,000% markup on that bottle of water. Now, let's put that into perspective. Most staffing companies are charging, depending upon what kind of program they're in, it could go anywhere from 35% all the way to 250%. It just depends on what that company does and what they offer, right? So here's what I'm going to suggest that anybody who is considering being represented by a staffing company get their mind in this space. Focus on what they're going to pay you. Do not worry about the markup that company is charging. Unless you have the time to go out and find your job, make sure that you get paid every single week, make sure that you have the insurance coverage for liability and workers' comp and all that other stuff on you that you need for errors and omissions for businesses. And unless you are interested in collecting that money, then let them do that for you. Look at that as a service that they provide you. Now, here's the caveat. If they are putting you in a job and just leaving you there, and that's all you're doing is getting that job and sitting in that seat, then there's very little service to you. So that's where your frustration comes in. They should be very actively engaged with your career management. A good recruiter acts as a talent agent. They will work with you to make sure that you're getting to where you need to be in your career and with your desires and all your capabilities and all that stuff. If they are overcharging the company, so for example, I did happen to have a conversation with a woman who said that she knows that she is not getting these gigs because the staffing company is overpricing her. Well, if that's the case, that staffing company won't be around very long because they will not get the gigs. They won't get the opportunities to offer the talent. Now, I'm going to ask you, the talent and the candidate, to put yourself in the driver's seat. And I want you to think about this very carefully. Know what your value is. That's number one. Before you start working with a recruiter, know your value. Number two, decide which recruiters or talent agents are going to represent you. You have a choice. If that talent agent or recruiter isn't sitting down with you and saying, here's the plan, we want to build your capabilities in your portfolio, and I'm going to stand up for you. I'm going to be your advocate. I'm going to help you get to where you want to go. Then all you've got is somebody who wants to get a butt in a seat. And that's where your frustration comes in when you know what the markup is, right? If you're getting holidays or vacations, if you have access to paid health care, if you're getting paid every week, put a value on that. What is that value to you? So, and let me just tell you one thing. As having been in the staffing industry for over 30 years, I will tell you that without great talent, the staffing company goes nowhere. They have to have great talent. And if you are a talented person who delivers, then you are somebody that they're going to want to work with and advocate for. So please, let's change the mindset a little bit. Focus on what you're earning. Don't worry about what the company is charging, and just do your thing because that's what you do. That's it for today.